Hey, what's up everybody? It's Coach Matt over here at Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. We got the wide screen going because we have some more form and technique questions. And this one was posted on a YouTube video. YouTube videos sometimes have the best questions and the best comments because people that are reading them are very emotional. They're watching the video and they're like, damn, I do that same thing. I have that same problem. I've been working on it. How do I fix it? We've got a great one today. Now, today's comment was left on an old discus video about proper power position. And this is left by a guy, Seth A. Lewis 6. And Seth says, it starts off with a great thing. It says, ugh. That's one of my favorite things to type, ugh. Ugh. I still can't seem to keep my right foot rotating in the center to push my hips through. How do I work on it? Here's the issue. What we're talking about is, stop texting me. What we're talking about is this. We just had a crazy day today at Primal. We had every single person that came in the door today hit a new squat max after 12 weeks of training. We had some people hitting 90, 95 pound maxes on their squats. It's been crazy. As a side note, check out the Ultimate Off-Season Training Program at primalatc.com. It's an ebook that you download. These people are seeing ridiculous results. Even an old man like myself, every 12 weeks will see about 20 pounds on my squat, and that's with these skinny little chicken legs. So if you want to get stronger, check that out. But the issue that we're talking about here today is the inability to keep that foot turning in the middle of the circle. So what we're talking about is you're driving out of the back of that circle. You're in zero support. You've got the discus here. You're driving to the middle of that circle. You're up. Your foot turns, and when the foot lands in the middle, we have an issue where the foot stops turning. So if you can see here, the foot stops turning. You drive, and you end up being like Gumby, where this foot does not turn. That happens for a few reasons, okay? And two of the most prevalent reasons that I see among new throwers that I start working with is, number one, you're landing flat-footed. It is impossible, just like in the power position, it is impossible to turn that foot if it's flat on the ground. We have to be up on that toe. We have to land on that toe, and that allows the foot to turn to get the rest of our body into it. So we need to stay up on that toe. If you're coming through and you're landing out of zero support, you're landing sort of in that mirror turn position, and you're flat-footed, it's going to be very tough for you to turn that foot around. That's like hitting the brakes. Stopping, just like when you plant, if you're a javelin thrower and you plant, you're hitting the brakes. So if that heel comes down on the ground, that's you hitting the brakes, and you're not going to be able to turn on a flat foot. The other thing that we see, so to correct that, just work on landing on the toe. Keep the foot turning, land on that toe. The other thing that I see is that when you land in the middle of the circle, when that right foot touches down, if your foot is straight, if your leg is straight, you're going to have a very hard time. So here's what I'm talking about. When you run through, if your leg, let's keep saying foot, if your leg is straight, when you land in the middle of that circle, it's going to be very hard for you to turn that ankle. And here's why. When you're in the power position, okay, I always talk about, in my videos, turning the feet, cranking the feet over. Okay, so you're turning the feet and then extending the knee, and then the rest of your body, your hips, your shoulders, everything else will come through at the end, whether it's shot or discus power position. Instead of thinking of turning the foot, sometimes we need to think about turning the knee towards the throwing direction. So turning the knee towards the throwing direction. If your knee is straight and you try to turn, you're not going to have that great of a success rate of turning if you're on a straight leg. The same holds true. If you're coming out of the back of that circle and you're landing out of zero support, you're landing with a straight leg, it's going to be very hard for you to turn because, again, we only have so much rotation with that knee. If the leg is bent, if you're landing on a bent leg, on that toe, now you can continue to turn that foot as we come out of the mirror, that mirror turn position as we land out of zero support. Great drill to work on. is that mirror turn. Start in a power position. Weight over the power leg, chest up. You can even do this without a discus. I like to use a bottle, like a Poland Spring bottle, or a 2-liter bottle filled up with some sand or some rocks. Start here, and the first thing you want to do is you want to work on turning the ankle. Turn the ankle, turn the ankle. Okay? Don't swing yourself around without turning the ankle first. So we turn the ankle first, landing in that mirror turn. Ankle first, landing in that mirror turn. Now I'm doing it on a rubber floor, textured rubber floor, with old school Chuck Taylors. If you're on cement and you're in throwing shoes, it's going to be very easy for you to understand why you need to have that knee bent. Trying to do that with the knee straight, there's just nothing that you can do to turn that foot. We've got to land on the toe, in the middle of that circle, coming out of zero support, and the knee has to be bent. If it's not, you're going to have a very hard time turning that foot. So try those things out. Guys, it's Coach Matt, still answering throwing questions for you. I've had 250, 260 of these videos up on YouTube, and I still get questions every single day from people that I have not answered yet. If you have questions like this, you have to make sure you hit me up. Go to www.primalatc.com and leave a comment in the comment box at the bottom of that page. It gets emailed right to me. Same thing, if you have a question, leave the comment under the YouTube video and that gets emailed to me. That way, I get your emails right here on my phone. I answer your questions at the end of the day in the gym like I'm doing right now, and we'll get that question answered for you and get you on your way to doing more PRs. Hope to hear from you soon. P.S. Indoor track, only about 3.5 weeks away. If you haven't already started yet, you need to get started now. Go to primalatc.com, check out the resources that we have for you. Free stuff, free videos, free articles, free blog posts. Everything up there for the most part is free or under 20 bucks. So make sure you check that out. Talk to you soon.